What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. Hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's talk about this thing, you guys. So we closed out the week. That has been since the high. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now. If we went back, again, assuming that we had this like downtrend, this bear market for Jesus Coin, basically was a bear market, you guys. We have our initial move up. Here's our consolidation phase after the initial move up. If we go back in time, initial move up, we consolidated. We consolidated from that high. It took us 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th week we moved out. So 5th week here, we did move out. We're on our 6th week now. It's undeniable at this point that we are moving a little bit slower than last time, but I think it was already obvious because we'd moved up slower. We moved up way faster last time, you know. Things kind of were a lot crazier, and I think that's why you know we went up in such a short amount of time, but that's also probably why we corrected for so long. I have a theory, and I've been saying it. I know a lot of you guys are already aware of this, but I have a theory that this move up might be more methodical, and we want to see that because more methodical moves are actually better for overall growth, right? And that's what we want. We want to see overall growth for this thing. This is annoying me. Whoever it is that made LC, you guys, I want you to know, right? Whatever coin is up here, it's probably not a good coin to buy, right? Any of these coins, whoever's spending money to get their 500 lightnings, their whatevers, it's not a good coin. None of these coins are good, right? This one's bad. Clearly it's bad. Anyways, but that's annoying. That in itself makes me want to not buy you, man. Like, genuinely. Is there a way to get rid of that? There's got to be. I don't know if there is, man. That's okay, though. Anyways, enough focusing on that. I'm sorry if I brought that up and nobody even noticed it up until now, but you probably did. You're probably all on the same page as me. So I'll make this video quick. That way we don't all have seizures or something. No offense to my epileptic friends out there. Shout out to the people with epilepsy. We all love you. Anyways, from a daily RSI perspective, we've gone below the 53 times now, right? Finding higher lows each time, and now we are officially above it. Yesterday's close happened right here at the 45. With today's price action, we're up 10.8%. With today's price action, we are above the 50. It would be ideal to do this, to close above the 50 today, right? We haven't technically closed above it. We don't have this reading cemented yet. But if we could close here or higher, that would give me a little bit of excitement that we could get overbought. And if we're getting overbought, we are likely going to break out of this range. And if we're breaking out of this range, it's a whole trail of breadcrumbs. If we're breaking out of this range, we're going to the next stop. And the next stop, from here at least, would be 6035 to 604427, right? That's the next stop. And again, when we break this, which if we break it this week, that would mean next week we're up here, up 74% at a minimum, up 120% at a maximum, right? And that's just your next stopping area. Jesus Coin doesn't care. It could just do this, right? You know, it really could. And when I say just do this, I don't mean by next week. I don't mean by the end of this month, right? That would probably take by the end of this year, at a minimum here by the end of the year, if not more. And these targets, these higher targets, might be more by the end of this move, not by the end of the year, right? What do you mean by the end of this move, not by the end of the year? Well, if we delete this all, and here's the end of the year right here, if the move goes like this, and that's the end of the move, by the end of the year it's here, but by the end of the move it's there, right? That's all I mean. So by the end of the move, maybe not by the end of the year, we're up here or higher, okay? But by the end of the year, I really do think 5 zeros 1 1, or at least something that's above this high, is to be anticipated, and I think that we're about to get there. That was not graceful at all. That was my wife trying to be quiet, and I'm sure we all heard that. So anyways, she was just grabbing her phone charger. Anyways, what was I saying? We're moving up, you guys, right? If all these things take place, if we get today to close above the 50 here, right? That sets the stage for getting overbought. If we're setting the stage for getting overbought, that means that we are setting the stage for breaking out of this consolidation phase, this initial consolidation phase that we've been in now since the beginning of this month, right? And if we break out, or I'm sorry, since the beginning of October, not the beginning of this month, the beginning of October. If we break out of this, we're going to the next target, and once we start moving up to that next target, new all-time highs really come on the table. So all exciting things. The goal for today is not to close here. We could close a little bit lower. It's okay. But the goal really would be to close the I believe this is the 10. Yes, the 10 RSI on the daily. That's the length that I set it to is 10. We want that to close above the 50. That's it. If we don't close above the 50, it's okay. It's not a problem. Maybe we do it tomorrow. Maybe we do it the next day. Maybe it takes another week. It's okay. But the sooner it happens, the sooner we start moving up. Or at least that's my theory. So hopefully, you know, like this time we were down here. That was the lowest low of these 3 lows, right? Hopefully we don't do this where we got above the 50 and then we went back below. We didn't even get above the 60. The next time it got even stronger and we got to the overbought zone, even in it, but we rejected it and came down. Hopefully we do neither of those things, but we continue the idea of the trend, which is higher lows and higher highs. Hopefully we do something like that, and then we get firmly entrenched in the overbought zone. You know what happened the first time we got firmly entrenched in the overbought zone? Back here, 500% overnight. No, I don't know, actually. Let's look. Let's see. Okay, so not 500% overnight. From a low point to a high point over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4 days, we moved up 57%. Right? That's nice. The minimum targets we have are like 70 to 100 and something percent for our next target area. So that's cute. It's probably not what we're going to see. We're going to see something dramatically bigger than that, right? If we're to get overbought again, right? The next time we got overbought here, you know, from the relative low to the relative high, in the course of 3 days, you moved up 58%. So similar percentage, just shorter amount of time. Instead of 5 days, it was 3 days or 2 days. The next time we got overbought, the last time that we got overbought really was here, you know, from that low to that high. In 2 days' time, we moved up 152%. And that correlates more with the move that I'm expecting us to see personally. So hopefully, not only do we get overbought, but we get a nice reading like this, you know. But who knows? Even if it doesn't go up that high, I bet we could still see a lot of growth. And the main thing really that I'm trying to say is that I just want us to close above the 50 today. All right, that'd be nice. If not today, sometime soon. But if it doesn't happen today, it will happen. It's just, you know, taking a break. That's okay. I got nothing else to say. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Jesus Coin is going places. By the end of this move, not by the end of the year, but by the end of the move, I would expect that Jesus Coin is at a minimum, and really by the end of the year, I would expect this, but that's like a 5.5x. But by the end of this move, I really do think that we could be something at like a 12x from here, potentially even higher, right? Going back to what I started the video with, and I shouldn't have said I was done with the video, but I did. So we're already here, whatever. Going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, this is a crazy move. We moved up very fast in a short amount of time. We moved up a lot in a short amount of time, right? And with that, we had a very long drawback, right? You get these crazy moves without a whole lot of consolidation. It tends to be bad for the price action in the long term, right? If we do something more methodical now, right? We're moving up, we're consolidating, we're moving up, we're consolidating. We can stand to gain a lot more ground than we saw last time. So the idea that we stop at this 1618, I've been fond of that ever since we topped here. But recently, and it's not just because I want to see higher prices than that, but because of what we're doing, it gives me hope that we could see higher prices than the 1618, okay? Is that the appropriate target? Yeah, that is. And from here, again, that 1618 from the current price is about a 12x, right? It's about a 12x up. A little bit under a 12x from the current price. Do we move up more? No. Maybe that's not high enough. Maybe we move up to the next target, which would be a 22x, 23x. Maybe we move up higher than that. Maybe we do a 57x, a 58x. I don't know. Nobody knows. The 2272 extension, very common extension to hit, especially in macro scales like this. And if we were to see these higher targets being hit, those are not going to happen by the end of January. They're not going to happen by the end of December, right? They'll probably take longer to achieve, but they will at least be achieved, right? Maybe right here from a high to a low, and I'm gonna delete everything so there's not as much noise on the chart. From a high to a low, perhaps we would have gone further than the 1414 of that extension if we weren't so crazy eruptive bullish, right? Maybe if it was more methodical, maybe this could have continued to trend higher. I don't know. I'm just spinning a yarn. Maybe not. You don't know. Nobody knows. But you can only move at like this kind of velocity for so long, right? Where this velocity you can move at a lot longer, especially if you're like controlled and seeing retracements, giving people time to get in at the right times, the people that want to get in, giving people an opportunity to exit and make the mistake of exiting so that they FOMO in at higher prices, yada, yada, yada. It's all just equal to liquidity at higher prices at the end of the day. So with that, I end it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Hit that like button. Bye-bye. And by the way, how is this moving up to number 4? It was at number 5, and now it's at number 4. This thing's get it off the top 6, please. Or the top 7. We need it off the top 7 so we don't see it anymore. Please. 12 hours. What is this thing? Let's look at it. Ready? It sucks. Don't put your money in this, right? Look at how much it sucks, actually. Look at how terrible this coin is, right? Literally, it's been alive for 12 hours, and already it has had a drop of 83%. And I doubt it goes back there, and this is probably dead. We're getting this flashing LSD in our faces for no reason. Watch it be the biggest crypto of the cycle, and then this video goes viral, and then Jesus coin goes viral too. No, I don't know. This coin's going to be nothing. Don't put your money in it. Don't put your money, if you're ever on Dex Screener, don't put your money in any of these coins. That is financial advice. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.